As they say, it's better late than never. It's your girl, Keisha, KP, aka Always Amazing. I'm back. Second week, right? Consistency. This is episode 5. What? I'm excited. I hope that you guys are excited too. It is 11:21 here in San Antonio on Thursday, April the 4th. A few more minutes before Fantastic Friday. I'm actually off tomorrow, so it works out. I prepared to, and I'm going to talk about the next hashtag, right, in my evolution, in my journey, living my best life. But this podcast, this platform is for me to share. Today, I've had 2 instances today where I had to do like some self-reflection. I was texting back and forth with one of my friends, and they said something that made me feel like, no, I'm done talking to them. Completely ready for the write-off, right? So then I responded, and then I thought, okay, Keisha, let's do some inventory. Why do you feel this way? What's causing you to feel this way? And, when I took a step back, I understood that whatever was happening or transpiring or what we were talking about felt familiar. And a place where nah, first time, shame on you, right? Second time, shame on me. And I'm not trying to sign up for any shame on me's. I am grateful that I was able to have the conversation that's a familiar space for me that clearly I have not grown out of or have not been completely delivered from or healed from. And it felt gross. And when I have those feelings and I'm not confident that the exchange is with someone whom I'm willing to invest the time and energy to talk about it, or B, it's expendable. So luckily, I thank God for my friend. They were willing and able to talk me through it and understand where I was coming from. So that was the first growth moment of the day. And then I was talking to another friend, and they came left about something that was so ridiculous. So I said, I'll talk to you later. And I hung up. Ring. What just came to my mind is the Bible says, don't go weary in good doing, or don't grow weary in doing right? And so then I text, right? I have learned that I love Ayanna Van Zandt, first of all. And I read her book. Oh, don't let me butcher it. Peace from Broken Pieces, or From Broken Pieces to Peace. I can't remember which one. It's one of those two. Those are the options. Where, I understand that I can't control someone else. Just like earlier today, it wasn't like, oh, you said X, Y, and Z, and that made me feel some type of way. Like, no, I heard what you said, and your response is giving me a response. So it's not about, I need you to not say that again. I need you to not do this. I can't expect that from anyone. I can share what is required to be in my life, but to have expectations, and it's funny, my daughter, it's a thing. Expectations are the mother of disappointment. But what I can't do is make requirements or set boundaries, right, of how, what's the rules of engagement when it comes to being around me. So the second situation tonight, I text, okay, I'm sorry. It's been an ass. But I didn't put a but. I said, I'm sorry I hung up. And then I followed that up with, but I don't understand how the conversation went left over something so stupid. And so then now I sit here like, I'm not gonna do my podcast. Or I'm just gonna do it about that. Like, absolutely not. You have obligations and you have to push through. Even now I feel bitter. Like I'm a little angry on the inside about that situation. Like, are you kidding me? So was my response over the top and inappropriate? Yes. Did it warrant me? I do apologize for how I handled the situation. And even in my apology, I've been known to say, I'm sorry you feel that way. And please know, write it down. That is not an apology. Tonight, I am sorry for my actions, 100%. And I'm trying to think what caused the reaction. One statement was said, and it was stupid. And it just pissed me off. Like, are you kidding me? I don't have time for this. And it's a dear, one of my best friends. It's a dear friend. So, I don't know, guys. Hey, that's why I say progress and not perfection, right? I'm not perfect at all. And it seems these tests and trials continue to come. And I know both situations, dear friends, so it'll be okay. I'll beat myself up about it. I immediately lost it. Like, no, I don't have time for this. First I cussed and said, I don't give a F. And then I said, okay, I'll talk to you later. Like, are you kidding me? Like, are you seriously asking me? Am I interrogating you over something stupid? Like, so frivolous. Not of zero importance. In the morning, it won't matter. Type of frivolous situation. I'm sure that too is familiar, and that when I come from a place of I don't deserve it. 100%. I don't deserve it. And I need to be better at usually I can convey that. Anyway. So that's off the cuff. Today was dope. What did I do today? Came home, 3.5 miles on the treadmill. Shakoya's spring show is next Friday, and they've asked the moms to perform, so that'll be fun. It's a full 10 8 counts or something. It's a full routine. It's a full. But it was exciting to do that with her and to be able to participate. Senior year, don't forget June the 10th. If you're in the area, the show is next Friday at Brennan High School. Come on, support your girl. And speaking of support, I would be remiss if I did not shout out my homies. Thanks for the shirt, Mr. Sanders. He has been doing, he actually talked about triggers. He has been Monday through Friday up at 4 a.m., Facebook Live in it, giving out some nuggets, sharing his wisdom. I watched Martre today talk about the Nipsey Hussle situation and how we don't need a celebrity to come into our community. We are all birthed with God-given gifts and talents. So let's not sit and wait for that to happen. And then I also watched the Art of Reinvention talk show with Teflon John and Jiggy M. So proud. I'm proud of all of these gentlemen first. I don't know any of them personally. Jonathan Smith, who's Teflon John, talked about, network helps your net worth, right? I don't know any of them personally. I am from Bedford, so I know of Martre. And Jonathan is from VA2. Don't know Will at all, just by way of connecting with John and Martre. But who knows? I am all about divine orchestrated situations. There's enough room at the top for all of us. So they are extremely supportive of me, and I plan to do the same for them. Hopefully, at some point, who knows? I know that Jiggy M in his interview with Teflon today, he talked about his vision, and he can see himself selling out arenas. And I could see, something. It's 4 people, right? 3 dudes and a check. I don't know if that'll be a thing, but we all have different perspectives. 1, I'm a woman. 2, they're dudes, and they all kind of talk about different stuff. So who knows what'll happen? I am open to whatever God wants to do by way of these connections. So more to come, but as I will always, when I do my weekly updates, I will always try to share what's going on with those 3, and I'm excited to add more. So hit me up if you're interested. I love to partner. I love to kind of collaborate And and if nothing else, just support each other. I think that's huge. So living my best life. So I had this whole thing teed up until I got angry about 30 minutes ago to talk to, start with, today is living my best life today. And I was going to say, please turn your YouTube channels to Cardi B. And there you will find the hymnal. I can't even think how the song goes. Make a couple M's with my best friend. And yeah, that is my song with my best friend. I can't even think, but I'm sure you know the song. Young Cardi B. Now I can only think about Smile B, Smile B. But that's not the song that I was thinking of. Like, oh, now I'm trying to think about it. Best life. It's my birthday. This is what I'm dressed like. You don't like money. I can see it in your eyes. You don't like winning. I can see it in your time. Okay. Let's keep going. So, look at that cutie patootie. I didn't know. I didn't know the plan that God had for my life. And every day it's quite amazing. I'll tell you the truth. Even today, great day at work, super productive. Those two instances though, I'm like, okay, God, I didn't have a bout with depression this month. So what is going on? What's all these tests about? But who am I to question the test, right? I'm not. So, but at some point I realized that hard work, faith, and dreaming big. I signed my books. Dream big, work hard, have fun, give thanks. And maybe not in that exact order, but I know that hard work and faith together and dreams, just like being able to see where this podcasting, where this sharing, where this networking could go. It's dope. Some of my other hashtags: faith is a lifestyle. And then I still make that face. I do. If anybody knows me, I absolutely still make that face for sure. This morning I was watching Good Morning America, and Joel Osteen's wife was on there. She was talking about her new book, and it's about being exceptional. And I thought, man, I'm ready to graduate from amazing to exceptional. I know that's a thing, right? Of course it is. Of course it is. And so when I think about living my best life today, I can't not think about my shawties. Go shawty. These young ladies are my why. They are the very reason that I live, and the very reason that I would die. They are attached and intertwined to my purpose. Without them, there is no KP. Lord knows. Someone asked, what do you think you would be if you didn't have kids? Like, I don't know. I can't even imagine. I cannot even. I live my life off vision. I can't even imagine where it would be without my woadies. So when I think about living my best life, being able to publish a book was dope. It was a huge accomplishment. I had someone recently tell me that the book's not going to make you millions. Maybe not this one. But it gives me a resume. It gives me a body of work. It gives me a perspective to speak from. It's one of the, next to my children, it's one of the most proudest accomplishments I've had in life. I have the opportunity to meet new hires that come through nationwide, and we'll do like what's an interesting fact. And I used to talk about having lost a lot of weight, and now it's like I'm a published author. Yeah, go check it on Amazon. That was one of the most amazing times of my life. And so there's a copy of the book. Yes, you can get it on Amazon, but hit your girl up. I'd love to autograph a copy, send you some bracelets. And also you can see there on January the 20th, that's when we got the final word that the book was done. The interior and the exterior were done. Elfine. And that's me with, I think those are the proofs in the back of the car. But to think about, this started with my best friend. We had always been thinking about different ideas. How could we have a yearning to have financial freedom, and not have someone else on our paycheck. So we'd had a lot of different ideas, and I had shared with him that I love to write, and I had observed that he's an amazing father. So that's how Smile in My Voice was birthed, by way of, I recall sitting in Sam's parking lot, and me and the girls were there on like a Saturday, and he called and he was like, I know what we should do. We should write a book. And I was like, you know what we should write on? How you love your daughters. So that's how Smile in My Voice came about. And it is again, to reiterate, I am so proud. And so it may never will win a Pulitzer, but I am so proud of my first book published. I continue to work on Chubby Girl Chronicles. Hopefully, it's April. Hopefully that will be finished this year. If not, it's progress, not perfection. And now I have this intertwined, and I'm killing the game at my 9-to-5 job. Corey will be going to, I feel like I'm making a long list of excuses. Corey will be going off to college. So we make time for what we think is a priority. So Chubby Girl Chronicles is a priority for sure. It is. But yeah, talk about living my best life today. That was the epitome of it. The epitome of living my best life today. And so does spades. Having fun, I had my daughter young. Someone also recently asked me, what do I think that I missed out on anything? Absolutely not. My life was intended, and I lived it purposefully the way that God designed, right? But I must say that now that my oldest daughter is 22 and my baby is 17 and she's going to graduate high school, as I have embraced some of the freedoms that come with having older children, this is some of what happens in life. You have some good girlfriends, y'all all get together and you play some spades. There was some pictures of dominoes. I'm not good at dominoes. That's not my jam, not at all. But they help. And I know in my Make It Amazing, I talked about my friends. They help me to realize, or they help to bring reality to living my best life today. Just to get away, have some fun. All of them, I work with those young ladies. I didn't know them before here, so that it's interesting when you move somewhere you don't have any friends. None, not one. My sister lived here, which you can see her in the picture. I had no friends, and now I feel like I have lifelong friends here that I would, one of them has moved away and she's in Arizona, so we try to stay in contact. But yes, cards, having fun, making time to have fun is important. But it's not the sole part of living my best life. I love quotes. The secret to having it all is knowing you already do. Hey, I told you guys in maybe Chubby Girl Chronicles, everything I need, I have. The secret to having it all is knowing that you already do. She had not known the weight until she felt the freedom. Lord, yes. And that can be for whatever you want to put there. But once you realize financial freedom, once you realize not relationship freedom, but I think so. There is freedom in love. There's freedom in Christ and relationships. Those should not be situations of bondage. So once you really step into a place of authentic love and pure and innocent love, you'll see that it's more freeing than restricting. It shouldn't be, where you at? Where you been? Are you really doing this and that and the third? Yeah, that makes me going back to the first conversation. Yeah, I need to pray about that. I need to pray about that. Life is too short to wake up in the morning with regrets. So love the people who treat you right and forget the ones that don't. Maybe that's what I was trying to do. Believe that everything happens for a reason if you get a chance to take it. If it changes your life, let it. Nobody said that it'd be easy. They promised it would be worth it. I wouldn't say worth the wait. The juice will be worth the squeeze. It was a very trying but satisfying situation to write the book. The illustrator was in India, so it took a lot of time talking back with her because there was a language barrier, but the juice was worth the squeeze. That quote is on the money. I do believe life is short. I go to sleep and having given everything that I could today. So if I don't wake up in the morning, I want you guys to know, I want my children to know, everything I needed to do, I done it. So yes, maybe Trouble Girl Chronicles wouldn't get done if I don't wake up in the morning, but maybe that wasn't the plan. Maybe that wasn't the intention. Maybe that's for one of my kids to take on and write. Who knows? Figure it out when I'm gone. But I go to sleep giving it all today, and sometimes that can be a bad thing because I want to do it all today. I want to have all the experiences today. So it kind of counteracts my patience. I'm like, no, let's warp speed this. And not that there are specific time frames on things, but sometimes there are general guidelines, right? That makes sense. Everything does happen for a reason. I am all about being intentional on purpose. You'll hear me talk about that a lot. Intentionality and living on purpose is important because otherwise we'll wake up and like, man, I'm 50 and I've been at my job for 30 years. Like, okay, well, how am I different because of that? Am I more marketable? Have I gained or learned valuable skills? So it's important to make sure that you are being intentional on purpose with your time and with your energy and where you're spending it. Those are some pretty good slides. Some pretty good quotes. Experiences. I'm living my best life. I'm living my best life. Experiences. I love to embrace them. That is what drives my living my best life. And having financial freedom is dope. So I'm not even going to lie and say that if I wasn't there, it wouldn't be the same thing. But being able to, this time last year, maybe May, myself and Shakoya and my girlfriend, we went to New Orleans, baby. And I got to have a beignet at Cafe Du Monde. And so then I went home for my mom's 70th birthday. We completely surprised her. It was an experience. I talked about being a servant leader. I love doing stuff for people. Almost to a fault. Almost have to think, hold on. Am I being ridiculous? Am I in a relationship that warrants these types of things? So I do have to manage balance and make sure that I'm acting I'm acting with a pure heart and not out of reciprocation or to recognition is not the right word, but reciprocation is a good word. I am a shower of my love. That's a whole nother podcast. The middle picture, I was able to attend the NAACP convention in San Antonio last year. That was an amazing experience. Roland Martin was there. I got to meet a young lady who's also an author. Super Beauty. She has a doll. She has a life-size doll, character. She's now working on I Am Handsome Hero, I think. But what a great experience. I'm trying to be better at taking advantage of these experiences. I know maybe last time I talked about I climbed Enchanted Rock, and life is to be lived. It's not to be sat at home and scrolling on Facebook, and I'm guilty of that, so I'm definitely not casting a stone, right? My house isn't glass, but I'm trying to make sure that I'm living life. The last picture was I was on a work trip to Gainesville, Florida, which I'm going back actually on the 22nd of this month. I love being able to travel for my work, business travel, to get to see my team and to and again get those experiences. So that was just a cute picture to kind of share. Let me go back to this one. That alligator played himself a game. He crept and got to there was a crane, and he took all of his energy and was unsuccessful. There's a video, and I say some colorful language in the video. So, but experiences all help drive living my best life. Giving back. I was the United Way co-chair for Nationwide for 2 years. I loved it. It's a great experience. I love being able to work with people who are like-minded. We're supporting the same cause. I love what United Way does. They connected me with my mentee at Healy Murphy, which is like an alternative school, predominantly for young ladies that are expecting children or have children. There's a daycare on site. And so, of course, knowing who I am and what I come from, that aligns with KP. So that was a great opportunity to learn more about what United Way does in the community, but also make sure that we raised probably, I don't want to give a number, but several hundreds of $1,000s we raised in both of those campaigns. The picture on the left of me, and that's Ben McDowell. He works in our Office of Diversity and Inclusion. He came down last year to the Martin Luther King Jr. March. San Antonio does have one of the largest Martin Luther King Jr. marches in the country. Upwards of 300,000 people come to this march. And over the past few years, the National Network of Black Associates, we've been able to be involved, like really help spearhead and make sure that Nationwide participates and sponsors. So again, another way to give back. And then the Texas Diaper Bank, spent some time out there. That's a pretty interesting concept. We don't have one of those in Virginia, I don't think, or at least not in the like surrounding areas of Bedford, Lynchburg, and Roanoke. It's a great resource for people who need diapers. So you can get peanut butter, milk, and formula, those things on WIC. Can't get diapers. Can't buy diapers with food stamps. So it's a great opportunity for families of no income, low income, to come and get diapers. They also do adult diapers. They do baby baby classes. So it's education as well. It's a really Nationwide supports all of these. So I am fortunate that I can kind of blend my love for things and my love for the community and giving back with my 9 to 5. It's quite amazing, I tell you. I'm definitely fortunate in that regard.